Hi everyone, I'm Ben Detweiler here today with Principal Smith to talk about the Wi-Fi. So what recently happened with the Wi-Fi here at school?
Well, the Wi-Fi was available in the cafeteria for our students, and we were having an issue throughout the school with the way technology was being used, and we thought one way to draw some attention to it. I mean, we tried and we worked with groups of students, and it's not like it was a group of 5 students or 10 students, but we were getting reports from our security staff and from teachers that it was kind of like rampant throughout the school. And so we needed to just sort of stop and start having some conversations about what it really means to have acceptable use of technology in a high school.
And so why exactly was it turned off?
Well, it was turned off so we could have some discussions, mostly with students, about ways that we could make acceptable use more prevalent throughout the school. We have a privilege, we have an area in the cafeteria that we allow all types of technology, but what happened was that was seeping out into all other parts of the building. So we thought we just needed to sort of stop, reevaluate where we were, come up with maybe some loose rules, and just, like I said, have some conversations about what it really means to use technology in a high school.
And why do you think that some kids were upset about the Wi-Fi being turned off?
Well, I just think that their connection to the outside world, I think all of us right now, we rely on technology for everything, whether it's the weather or checking in with family members or setting our schedules, doing assignments, handing in assignments. Our whole world, especially your generation, they rely way more on technology than people in my generation. And so losing that connection to the outside world was upset some people.
Okay, and branching off from students, why do you think some teachers were a little disgruntled about it?
Well, I think that our staff, they utilize technology in various ways. And I think a lot of our students were, using the technology in a very constructive manner while they're in the cafeteria or other parts of the building. And I think, it may have impacted some of what our staff members were able to accomplish throughout the school day. And, a lot of our staff members advocate for their students. And they were upset because I think it happened so abruptly without a whole lot of discussion or reasoning behind it, which was definitely a mistake.
And why is using Wi-Fi during school beneficial in some cases?
Oh, I think it's extremely beneficial, and I think, like I said before, I mean, just keeping a schedule. I know you just mentioned you're a junior in high school, and I'm sure you do more than just come to school every day. And so just to keep a schedule on your phone, or to do some research while you're sitting at lunch, or even, just to relax, listen to music. Some of our students, the only downtime they have in their day is a half hour for lunch. When they start here at 7:15, we go to class, you have a lunch, you have a little break, you do classes, you play a sport, you go to a part-time job, you're involved in a community service activity. Sometimes we just need time to relax.
Okay, and will the Wi-Fi ever make a return?
The Wi-Fi is going to make a return. I've had some conversations with students and teachers, and it's time for it to come back. We've raised some awareness. We've talked about what's acceptable versus unacceptable, and my goal is to have the Wi-Fi restored by this coming Friday.
Okay, and what is acceptable and unacceptable?
Well, I think acceptable is right now is to confine the technology to the cafeteria. And I think, when a student's approached by a staff member in the hallway, they need to comply and put it away and put it in their locker and make it go away. I think, it's become a disruption in some of our classrooms. And, we're here for teaching and learning, and we have to keep that environment sacred for teaching and learning. And I think sometimes the distractions when someone takes a phone call and then security comes and then a parent has to be involved, I mean, we can avoid all that if we can confine it to the cafeteria.
Okay. And could you just define again where and when the technology zones are?
Technology zones during school hours are in the cafeteria, and we ask that, when you're in the cafeteria during lunch, iPads, laptops, whatever you like. But when we leave, we ask that you put them away, and then you take them out back at the end of the school day.
All right. And is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, I just thanks for the cooperation, and I'd like to apologize for the abrupt end of service for Wi-Fi, and my goal is to have it restored by this Friday.
All right, well, thanks for being here. Hear that, everyone? Your Wi-Fi is coming back. I'm Ben Detweiler and just talked with Principal Smith about the Wi-Fi. Now back to the Eagle's Eye.